Good evening. We've had an excellent session so far. I'll be talking a little bit about open market handsets for CDMA. This was touched upon earlier by Kanwalinder and Sandeep. We'll try and get into a little bit more detail. I think a lot of you are familiar with this, but I'd like to start off with what was the problem that we were trying to solve and what, at least I believe, we have done a fairly good job in trying to address over the last 12 months or so. So unlike with GSM or UMTS, with CDMA, since the technology has always been operator-driven, so has the handset procurement process. And one of the key challenges that operators in India, especially Reliance and Tata, brought to Qualcomm's attention a few years ago was that there was definitely a need to create the opportunity for the upgrade handset for the subscriber that has been a CDMA subscriber but now wants to upgrade to something better, something newer, to be served through the open market. Now, the ingredients that are needed for an open market to be successful, I think India is the perfect example. I think all of you in the room here are excellent representation of that fact. We need open distribution, we need local brands, we need operators that buy handsets, we need a lot of OEMs to participate in this. And the challenges that you see up on the slide, operators are looking to see how they can mitigate their risk as far as holding on to handset inventory goes, which means there needs to be somebody else that needs to step in. For OEMs, obviously, time to market is critical, a lot of competition, a lot of change in technology, and the amount of time that it takes to bring the handset to market, especially when it needs to be done on a per operator basis, was a hurdle. And finally, from an end user perspective, I think choice for the consumer today is critical in a market that has grown as rapidly as India has. So these three pieces were a challenge that needed to be addressed. The effort was launched as an industry initiative under the umbrella of the CDMA development group in 2008. And a lot of like-minded stakeholders, as you can see up on the slide, came together. We had a lot of operators representing the emerging markets where a couple of things were in common. One, GSM competition obviously was very much primary in these markets in terms of what the CDMA operators had to go up against. Two, CDMA handsets were provisioned through SIM cards. So the idea about a SIM card-based handset that allows the device to be independent of the network was obviously fundamental to this. And device OEMs obviously see significant benefit in a process such as OMH, which allows the handset testing to be performed once and the device to then be taken advantage of across multiple markets. The SIM card vendor is the third piece, and as we started to pull all these together, we had a solution in place. So there is a technical solution in place. Those of you that have been involved in the process, especially on the OEM side, are familiar with those specifications. They are published as CDG as well as 3GPP2 specs. We've had a lot of good success with Samsung being a key partner over the last 12 months or so. The ad that you're seeing on the left there was the first handset. I believe it was shown through the lineup in the previous session, the Empower 699. This was the launch handset that we launched with on August 28th. And since then, Samsung alone has come up with 9 additional handsets over the last 10 or 11 months. So we've definitely seen a lot of uptake of the open market idea coming to fruition, coming to reality. On the operator side, I think one very good example that was cited earlier was the idea of being able to take a high-end handset like the Samsung Corby, which is a DO-capable handset, offered by all 3 operators in India, take an application like Apalya, which is a mobile streaming application, combine the two, and now you have essentially what is needed by the consumer, which is complete choice in terms of selecting their operator and at the same time a high-end handset with a lot of differentiation in it. So all of these capabilities have been enabled by essentially opening up CDMA from an open market perspective. Just to touch upon a quick few points in terms of what this means going forward. We are working very hard within India and outside to make sure that from a device ecosystem perspective, operators that use SIM cards align along the OMH path, both in terms of their networks, their SIM cards, as well as the handset and the handset test ecosystem, because this creates the variety, the choice, reduces cost, and obviously in the longer term creates economies of scale for the global CDMA ecosystem. I think a few salient points are that the device is now no longer specific or limited to an operator. It is a global device. The base that we have targeted over the last 10 months or so, we have 10 key operators that I will speak to in the next few slides that represent about 200 million subscribers from a CDMA addressable base perspective. So it's a large enough size, it's a large enough pie in terms of what CDMA represents, and very interesting, obviously, for the OEMs and the brands that are in the room today. The handset test process is a very important process to get right. For those of you that have been working with operators, this is definitely a challenge. It is something that takes time, takes effort. And we have tried to make this as simple and straightforward as possible. I'll speak to this a little bit more in detail to get you a sense of where we are in terms of the time to market improvements. OMH applies to all types of devices. This is not specific to handsets. It applies to dongles, data cards, FWPs. We have a lot of those on our lineup. Also, on the Qualcomm side, from a chipset perspective, we've integrated the OMH software not only for CDMA-based chipsets, but also multi-mode-based chipsets. So we'll talk a little bit more in detail in terms of what a multi-mode handset means and how, if you have a multi-mode handset in the hands of an end consumer or a retailer, the flexibility that is created by that specific product in terms of all of the different operators that the handset can be enabled. Significant de-risking of the handset that you will be holding on to. There is always the China Telecom question that I get, so I will go ahead and address the China Telecom question. We are working pretty closely with China, and they are on an evolution path on the SIM card side. So one of the key things to keep in mind as far as OMH goes is that the SIM card standard is fairly relevant in terms of how the handset is designed. China Telecom is moving towards the next generation of the SIM card, which is known as the C-SIM Revision A, and OMH is fully backward compatible with that release. So our goal is that here in the next 6 to 9 months, as China Telecom progresses to that standard, any handset that is procured by them will automatically be backward compatible for any OMH needs. And any OMH operator that upgrades to C-SIM obviously will be able to use the same exact handset. So we are finally trying to get to the point where we had a lot of fragmentation in CDMA. We have reduced that fragmentation, and hopefully over the next 6 to 9 months we will get to one single implementation.